Yep.
Cool. Right, I'm Zach. I am autistic. I have Asperger's syndrome, which is what common version. Why can't I couldn't figure out how to get the all-mag thing going. You know, just where all-mag shows up. I hate the all-mag. Alright, ASD, autism spectrum disorder, is a neurological mutation. It's a bit like X-Men without the cool house. Affects social interaction, learning, thought process, and so on and so forth. Well, I basically see things differently from others. I will see like a problem that might be serious, like car accident. I might see it completely different from someone else. I might think of a different idea that nobody else would even dare to do. But I'll do it. Silver version, Asperger's, mine, high function autism, autism savant, which is amazing. There's a video later, it's got guys just beyond brilliant bit, and regressive autism. That's a weird one. That's like where kids will have autism when they're older than not. The mutation sort of dies off. The genes that affect mutation are gone. Oddly enough, I do not know why. I'll have to research it. That's one of my hobbies. Common symptoms are lack of social skills, lack of learning ability, almost fanatical interest in something. Difficult controlling volume, so if my volume goes like shout level, please let me know. Vocal patterns. My little brother has a very weird vocal pattern. I can have a weird vocal pattern. Heightened senses. I can feel, hear, taste, touch. Touch is always whatever. Hear everything that's like everything to me is amped up. So surfaces are more rough. High pitched sounds are just painful to me. I mean, you know when you get like it goes like a computer, you know, weird screeching noise. Yeah. That is agony to me. That is pure agony. I hate that noise. Spontaneous physical movements, sting. If you see me sit down, you see my leg go like jackhammer. That's my sting. That's when I get nervous and shaking, of course, doesn't help. Panicked when around new people. I'm slightly panicked on it. Large crowds, lack of eye contact, physical contact, so on. Yeah, variety of severity. I'm quite mild comparatively, so I can mask my autism. I've had 23 years of dealing with it, so I can mask it pretty easily. Years of bullying health. Me and my autism is basically what I'm into. It was actually found by a German neuroscientist called Hans Asperger, who during World War II was tasked by the Nazis to figure out a way of removing the less desirables a bit easier. Fortunately, he had small children who had autism, well, an unknown form. They call them little geniuses because he found that you give them an ability they're into, like building something, like blocks or whatever, they are beyond impressive. And because of that, those kids who would have been destroyed by the Nazis for no reason whatsoever survived and grew up. So he actually saved a lot of people, which I like. I went into anime. I tried to make anime films. I write the plot, everything down. I'm into rock and heavy metal music, which is ironic for someone like me because I'm not into like loud noises. Martial arts, love martial arts films. When I didn't find martial art, you just show me one sequence of martial art on YouTube. I'll be able to identify that 5 seconds probably. And a lot of other things. I was diagnosed around 12, 13. That's very old. But when you're a baby, when you're like newborn, it's when you're diagnosed normally. I was very late. That's basically the senses that are amped up. I can smell fire when nobody else can. Problems with ASD, ignorance is the major problem, which is why I'm here to stem and remove the ignorance. People can't be understand. It's kind of sad actually, because a meltdown, because we can't control our emotions that well, a meltdown is where every negative emotion we've got, we've built up for years and years and years, just goes away. It's like literally a one-person apocalypse. It's literally destruction, chaos and like, just, and a shutdown is silent. Meltdowns is basically screaming, shouting, throwing stuff around. A shutdown is basically no screaming, shouting, but throwing things, like throwing tables around, chairs, whatever. Self-confidence is a problem. I used to be suicidal because I was bullied and abused by scum of the earth. And yeah, I was highly aggressive to others, so I was quite short-tempered. I'm still quite short-tempered, but I can try much better. Manipulation now, I've got a bit of an off example. You know the Goonies? You ever seen that film?
Yeah.
You know Monty, the big guy, looks like Picasso painting? He's an example of someone with like low functional autism, like one within 24-hour care, to be manipulated by some scum. Because they don't understand what they're going on about. They don't understand what they're saying or what they're going to do. So they'll just do it because they're loyal to that person. Real bad tempers, yeah. I had a cupboard in my room, especially no door panels, and side panels were buggered. All because my computer wouldn't work, or I pissed off with and so many other things, such as sticks, what they go. Homework now, don't on the floor. Benefits, slight problems and many benefits. One of the big ones is loyalty. I'm blindly loyal to my friends. I will literally probably wipe out a small army to protect if I had the chance. I'm incredibly loyal to my family as well. Anyone I am friends with, I'm loyal to. And it's basically one of the more interesting qualities. We're antisocial, but we're incredibly loyal to people. There's weird irony to it. But yeah, it hurts me to see them upset and negative emotions. People with autism are not meant to have empathy. They're not meant to be able to sense emotions. But with me, when there's a negative emotion, when someone's angry, upset, I can feel it. Yeah, I actually visibly feel it. It's like, it depends on the one, but anger is like someone's literally just grabbed my heart and just like crush it. Yeah, I get really tight chested, I get really panicky. So I can actually feel emotions, which is weird for someone with autism. Near geniuses. Yeah, here we go, speech pattern problem. My Asperger's is on a high functioning spectrum, so I'm actually can pass as normal for a bit longer than normal of some mid or low functioning drug. One of my friends is high functioning autism, but he's an amazing artist. He can draw anything in this room and he'd be lifelike. Like he could just like sit there, boom, done. No effort, no try. He was just done. He's amazing, he's really good. But yeah, I'm brilliant creation is my thing. I can create things. It takes me an hour to get the basic plot, characters, terminology, and history of the film I did done. But 1 hour, and then it takes me about 4 months to get the rest of it done. It took me an hour to make this entire presentation, just like that, no issue. Enhanced physical abilities. Not all the time, but some people with ASD, because they're more in touch with their animal instincts, they can be a little bit stronger, faster, or more agile. Because they can, strange enough, they can react better to things sometimes. It's very rare, but it can be. But that is basically normal people. People who do not have a disability like dyslexia or whatever. They are the base, I won't say baseline, but they're non-mutants. I think I talked about that will be after this. After the presentation's done, that's going to be it. That one's Stephen Wiltshire. That's autistic survival. Famous people, this is the fun one.
Well,
back.
a lot of people.
Dan Aykroyd, anyone ever been? Anyone ever Dan Aykroyd?
Dan Aykroyd, yeah.
Blues Brothers? You ever seen Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
Ghostbusters? Ever seen Ghostbusters?
No.
Yeah, you know, you've seen Ghostbusters? You know the one that was, what was it? The one that was really good friends with Egon, the one that was like really charged, kind of big guy. That's Dan Aykroyd, Asperger's and Tourette's. Anyone heard of Lady Hawk, singer? She's Asperger's. Craig Nichols, anyone know him? No, nobody knows the Vines? Australian rock band? No. He's autistic. He's got a weird thing. During the concert, he asked nobody cheer, clap, or anything. Just stand there and listen. And he did have a bit of a rant where he called everyone sheep, which was kind of funny. Gary Newman, British singer. Seriously uneducated. He's Asperger's, he found out pretty late he was, and here's the best one, this one got me into it, got me what making it. The man who made Pokemon.
Oh.
He's Asperger's, that's why it's been going on for so long. He's determined never to let it die. He will die before it dies. That's why he's going on so long. Temple grading, she's high functioning. She basically figured out a way of humanely and safely handling animals because she grew up on a farm. And she's figured out a way of humanely slaughtering them easily as well, so there wouldn't be so much stress on them. Literally just quick and easy. And she's one of the most famous people with autism in the world. She's become the person you are now. Did anyone watch America's Top Model as well? Next Top Model? Anyone watch that? No? Wow, surprising. Next lot, people with it, Autism Spectrum, Savant Classics. Oh, fuck. Go back. There's loads on there. Where is it? Oh yeah, this guy, Derek Paravin, it's Italian, I can't pronounce it. But he's a blind British musician, who has the ability to hear one song, know it instantaneously, and play it perfectly. Even if he doesn't know the actual notes for it, he'll play perfectly. He was on a program called Stanley's Superheroes, and he literally, his sound, they've done an experiment where they had a group of people in one of the music bar things, say a song, no matter how skilled, and he got it perfect. Even through his own flair, like a famous musician and stuff. Seeing Wiltshire is the first video, brilliant architectural artist, he can draw something and boom, it's perfect. He done a flyover of Rome, 4 mistakes done on one of the most complex cities in the world. He even got the columns in the Colosseum perfect. Exact number. No, last one. These are parents with autistic kids. That's the last video. I've only got 2 on this tomorrow. Burt Bacharach. Anyone seen Austin Powers? Yeah. He's the musician, the guy on the piano always shows up. Autistic kid. Sylvester Stallone. John Travolta. Unfortunately, John Travolta's kid died of a seizure, which is unfortunate. And here's my favourite one. One of the royal family of Thailand was, I say was, because he died in a car crash, was autistic. There was almost a king of Thailand who was autistic. My dream of having a nut job on the throne or leaving the country almost realised. It's a shame. Charities, there's a few of them. Some reason I remember there was one of them that's kind of gone downhill. There's a lot of charities kind of trying to get a cure for autism. When you can't cure a genetic mutation, you have to rebuild the person, which is kind of awkward because one mess up and you've got bloody someone with an arm and a head shootings. Yeah. There's that, Treehouse, there's loads of them. My one is Autism Support Network is a chat site I used to go on, I ain't gone in for ages now. But people, parents, children, people who have friends autistic go on there and just talk and have a laugh. Oh, it's not one, yeah. And I've got, I keep forgetting so many. Yeah, didn't get one off in, yeah, that one. I want powers. I want Wolverine's powers. Just get him, I can't walk away from it. So the claws make it easy for shaving. Yeah, okay. Any questions? Got to keep them quick, so I want to get the video as well. Any questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, going back to say the stereotype or the usual, the norm about the emotions and the empathy that you were saying about, and you focused on like quite negative emotions. If someone upsets your friend or makes your friend angry, what about if is there any time where if someone's expressing joy, or are you not quite as tuned into that?
Yeah, I'm not as tuned into that because I see a lot. I'm kind of desensitised to it. Mm-hmm. Whereas negative emotions I try to ignore as many as I can.
And is it because of background with you, with bullying, that you can actually feel what someone's feeling? Because
I felt a lot of anger, I've basically become... It's kind of weird, I've kind of been like... It's been like the whole thing, I'm empowered by it, if you will. It's weird. It's a go green and break things, which is annoying. Any more questions? Any question, really, about autism? I don't really mind. If you want to get scientific, I'll answer a question on that one as well. Yeah, that's it. Let me get these videos up. Escape. Go away. Right. First one. Where's the first one? Where are you? Can't find it. Wait, where'd it go? I've lost it. Oh, there it is. No, there's no hyperlink. What? I put a hyperlink on this today.
Oh, this happens to me all the time. I put a hyperlink on and it doesn't work.
Right, hopefully that's copy over. Yay! No. No. Okay, it's a stupid
teacher. I'm an artist. I'm in New York City. New York is my favorite city.
Stephen is an artistic savant. I think drawing for Stephen is like air and water for us. He cannot live without it. I'm Stephen's sister. I'm extremely proud of him.
I'm gonna do a drawing of New York City from the memory. I feel excited. It's a beautiful city. Lots of skyscrapers. My favorite is the Empire State Building. It's a brilliant building. It was so beautiful out there. Nice and sunny.
Every aspect of what he sees comes alive on paper.
So this morning I figured it out. We'll start with the Brooklyn, up to the Midtown Manhattan, all the way to Queens. Gonna start now.
Just pause a second. If you notice his way of talking, he's very direct to the point. That's another thing with autism. Some people will be very direct. There'll be people with autism, they'll be very direct about it. They will not just like make a long speech about it. They'll just be, they'll do this. They'll do it this way, that's it. No discussion, no argument, nothing.
I would love to be in his mind to actually see how he sees things. Stephen was mute until the age of 5, so drawing was a form of his speech. This was his language. He has a phenomenal memory and is able to memorize cityscapes, landscapes, how many windows, floors, chimneys. To watch the ink touch the paper, it's almost like fine embroidery. You can actually see it develop. I never get tired of it.
This is it, it's done now. So I feel happy and good. I'm very proud of my work.
It's purely Stephen's own determination that he is where he is today.
Do the best you can and never stop.
Next slide, let's find one. There we go. Here we go. Right. This one's an interesting one. There's a program in the US called What Would You Do? On the ABC. No, wrong one. No, bad computer. Right. This program basically does like sets up like a event, if you will. They set up like, for example, I saw one episode where they simulate a mugging, and literally the funny thing was, the person got mugged, timer of football chased staff with a fake mugger. That was amusing because the guys were huge, and the guy who did it was a midget. It was quite funny because he was flattened by half and was like stampede. And this one they've done, how would people react to autism in a restaurant?
Then study this.
Eggs. Eggs. Eggs.
Can you control him? He has autism. Is that what?
But who's got the real problem?
Is that control?
Eat and keep your mouth shut.
If I'm the only one who feels like this, I'm out of here. Okay?
Next, Somebody's out of control, but it's not this kid.
Eggs! He has autism.
Is that what? Maybe you should be stricter parents.
I don't want to hear it. I want to hear nothing at all.
I'm out of here, okay?
No, skip that bit.
14-year-old Andrew Goring is headed for lunch with his mom. It's one of his favorite activities. Yet eating out wasn't always easy. Andrew has autism.
It used to be very difficult to go out with Andrew. He had a lot of challenging behaviors that made it tough for him to be out in the community. I've heard from a family recently that they were out at the park with their child with autism, and someone actually came up and accused them of being bad parents.
The diagnosis of autism is on the rise. The CDC estimates that 1 out of every 88 children in the U.S.
That makes me laugh. CDC is the Center for Disease Control in the US. They basically, if there's an outbreak of Ebola or whatever, they don't want to deal with it. Which makes me laugh because autism is not a disease, it's a mutation. Why are they involved? Why do they even care? They don't care about the plague or Ebola.
What do you think the message is then, if they're saying, you know, that it's on the increase? It's almost as if they're trying to say that it's something that's environmental, that is causing...
There's a lot of theories that it's based on medication, because there was that thing about that caused autism, which it can awaken the genetic code everyone has for autism. Everyone has, it's a bit like cancer, everyone has the potential or the coding to get cancer, the potential coding for autism and dyslexia or whatever. So it could be environmental, it could be the fact that the whole nuclear age is helping along. It's a mutation is stimulated by adverse conditions, radiation, environmental change. So it could be that, or they're just completely stupid and think they know more than they should when they don't.
Has an autism spectrum disorder. So we wanted to see for ourselves how people will react to a child who displays some of the disorder's most common signs. We set up our hidden cameras at the Chit Chat Diner in Hackensack, New Jersey. Actors are playing the role of the parents, the daughter, and the son with autism. Keeping things real is Andrew's mother, Lisa Gorin, who happens to represent Autism Speaks, the nation's largest autism science and advocacy group. As our scenario begins, Anthony, our 14-year-old actor, is already starting to attract attention.
Eggs. Eggs. I want eggs. Eggs. Eggs.
Repetitive language and behavior are classic signs of autism.
I want eggs. Eggs.
For the next several minutes, Anthony fidgets. He wanders around and generally ignores his parents' requests.
Anthony, you want to come back here?
Come on, let's go sit down.
No one seems too bothered about his behavior.
Sorry.
Except, that is, for this man.
Excuse me. Can you just, we're not public place here. Maybe he should go home, right? Or can you control him?
But he's an actor too. And in the absence of any reaction from others, we ask him to respond the way some people unfortunately do. Anthony's father tries leveling with our disgruntled diner.
He has autism.
Is that what?
But then, moments later, Anthony knocks his glass over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe you should take him home.
And that's when our diner's behavior draws attention.
Maybe you should show a little discipline or something. He's out of control.
This man looks like he wants to say something, but he's too horrified to speak. As other customers try to comfort the mom, this school teacher finally finds his voice. His outburst prompts others to offer some choice words of their own.
Keep your mouth shut. Eat and keep your mouth shut. You're upsetting the whole place.
You know, if my son, I'm sorry, if my son were here, I would not want to be here in a public place. If he were here, shut up. You know, forget it. I just, you know what? I just want to get my check. Guys, can I get my check? This is my first time here.
And with that, our diner walks out. Time to let everyone in on our secret.
Caught me off guard, I gotta tell you.
caught me off guard.
You okay now? You're in tears, huh?
Well,
Why does it touch you?
my heart went out to the kid, you know.
We're doing this because it happens in real life.
I know, but I understand. See, it's just wrong. I can't believe you guys did this.
You were angry.
I was very, very upset and angry. Being Italian, you get emotional, just got me upset to see a child being treated this way.
You weren't going to let it happen.
Oh, no, he was going to go down quickly.
I believe that. For Bob not to eat. He was quite upset.
Now, if you're finding it hard to believe that anyone would mistake autistic behavior for misbehavior, listen to this.
I'll tell you what autism is in 99% of the cases. It's a brat who hasn't been told to cut the act out. That's what autism is.
Michael Savage hosts a nationally syndicated radio talk show that's heard by 10 million listeners a week.
What do you mean they scream and they're silent? They don't have a father around to tell them, don't act like a moron, you'll get nowhere in life. Stop acting like a putz.
His comments sparked protests from the autism community, and yet Savage insists the disorder is overdiagnosed. We reset the scene and run our scenario again, only this time we try to garner sympathy for our solo diner by having Anthony steal from his plate again.
I'm sorry. What are you doing? I'm sorry. You can't just start a fight on my plate. I'm sorry.
And again.
Hey, yo, dude, come on, what's going on?
But no one seems too concerned.
Excuse me. Am I off? Did you see what that kid did?
Yeah, I think he has something. That's
Really? What kind of problem is it?
like as
He looks perfectly normal to me. I mean, you know, why don't they take him home or something?
because he wanted to learn how to live.
Any chance of our actor scoring points with this crowd is quickly lost when he offers the parents some unwanted advice.
With all due respect, maybe you should be stricter parents. I mean, let the kid go home.
Because that really is rude, what you're doing right now. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear nothing at all. You're being very rude and disrespectful to these people right here. I don't know you for nothing.
I don't
okay? But I have a little compassion in my heart. I'm sure along with everybody in this room. And you're being a jerk.
Why do you have to speak for that?
Okay? I don't because you're embarrassing them.
With that, we tell our family to get up and leave.
But we'll just try it another time. It's too upsetting.
But this woman is determined to stop.
He says, I don't want.
And then another woman chimes in.
We're just ignorant a little bit, you know. It's embarrassing for us a little bit, and
It's not
embarrassed.
You shouldn't be embarrassed.
The two women convince our family to stay and tell our diner to leave.
You accept the entire place.
If I'm the only one who feels like this, I'm out of here. Okay? I'm not coming back here.
We wait for the diner to bid a hasty retreat, and then it's time for us to make our entrance. Tell us why you got involved.
I could see there was something wrong with them. And that guy was just being so rude. And I'm like, God, this is like, where's the cameras? Because this is just like that. Oh,
She was going to leave,
oh my
and you stopped
God.
her.
Yeah, because she was crying and everything too. And that's not right for one person to make such a big stink.
And remember the man with the zero tolerance policy?
I don't want to hear it. I want to hear nothing.
He is a police officer.
If we had children and one of them was like that, never in a million years would I want anybody to do anything.
You wouldn't tolerate that. What if it bothers you a little bit? He's a little too loud, he drops things.
So what? It's okay. You know what I mean? He has to be out in public, right? You can't put anybody in a bubble and just leave him there.
The entire time our cameras were rolling, not one of the diner's customers was critical of our young actor's behavior or his parents' ability to control him. Perhaps it speaks to a growing awareness of autism symptoms, or that more people know someone with the disorder. But for Lisa Goring, who remembers how difficult dining out with her son used to be, it's a day filled with compassion and understanding. Most touching thing for you today?
Time after time that someone would come to the defense of the family, of the individual, really to make, every family a part of the community.
Yeah, that's all good. No, that's very actually. I didn't check. I hate when that's that's it. That's the
Brilliant.
presentation.
Thank you very much.